Welcome to a new deep dive. Today, we're embarking on a journey into something truly miraculous that surrounds us every single second, often without us even realizing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the hidden engine of life,
Mm.
operating quietly in every green leaf and blade of grass.
That's right.
If you've ever wondered how plants grow, or where the air we breathe actually comes from, or maybe how a tiny seed becomes a towering tree, well, you're about to get the answers.
It's true. You were talking about photosynthesis. Yeah, that word, it might sound a bit intimidating, maybe something you vaguely remember from a science class way back when.
Right, like a textbook term.
Exactly. But honestly, by the end of this deep dive, you'll not only understand exactly how this incredible process works, but you'll also really grasp why it's absolutely essential.
Essential for...
For nearly every living thing on Earth, including you. It's such a foundational concept in biology, and truly one of nature's most ingenious solutions. Creating life from, well, sunlight and simple ingredients.
Okay, let's unpack this then. At its heart, photosynthesis is basically how plants make their very own food.
Think about it for a second. We humans, we need to go to the grocery store, we cook, we eat. Animals hunt or graze.
Yeah, we need external fuel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But plants, they don't have mouths to eat or legs to chase down dinner. They literally create their own sustenance from scratch. It's like plants are tiny, super efficient kitchens.
That's a perfect way to visualize it.
Kitchens that never need a grocery store delivery. Right. They're entirely self-sufficient, powered by the ultimate renewable energy source.
Absolutely. These plant kitchens are powered by the sun. Little solar-powered food factories, basically.
Solar-powered food factories, I like that.
They're masters at harnessing light energy and transforming it into chemical energy, creating complex stuff. They're food from really simple inorganic things.
Wow.
It's an astounding feat of natural engineering, and it's been happening on Earth for billions of years, laying the foundation for, well, everything that came after.
Billions of years.
Without this process, our planet would look vastly different, and frankly, we wouldn't be here talking about it. Okay, so to run any kitchen, even a super efficient plant kitchen, you need ingredients, right?
Right.
You can't bake a cake without flour, sugar, eggs. So what exactly are plants using to whip up their food? What's on their botanical shopping list for this magic trick?
Well, first up, just like us, plants need water, H2O. Absolutely essential for, like, every living thing.
Okay, water. Makes sense.
Plants absorb this water through their roots from the soil, drawing it up through tiny tubes in their stems, distributing it everywhere, especially the leaves.
Right, the leaves are key.
Yeah, that's where a lot of the action happens. Think of it like a constant supply chain, making sure the kitchen's always stocked. Water's the universal solvent, too. Helps with all sorts of reactions inside the plant.
Got it. Water from the roots. What's next?
Next, they need something from the air around them. Carbon dioxide, CO2.
Ah, the stuff we breathe out.
Exactly. This is the gas that we humans and most animals exhale as waste. It's also, produced by cars, factories.
Right. For us, too much isn't great, but plants.
Plants absolutely love it. They thrive on it. It's a key ingredient.
How do they get it?
They absorb it through tiny specialized openings, mostly on the undersides of their leaves. They're called stomata.
Stomata?
Yeah.
Like little mouths?
Sort of, yeah. Microscopic mouths that open and close to sip carbon dioxide from the air. This gas provides the essential carbon atoms they need to build their food.
Okay, so water from the ground, carbon dioxide from the air.
Those are the foundational raw materials, the basic building blocks. But there's one more thing.
The crucial ingredient.
The final crucial ingredient to power this whole operation. What's the spark that ignites the whole reaction? Turns these simple bits into something complex and life-sustaining.
And here's where it gets really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The star of the show, sunlight.
Ah, yes. The energy source.
Plants soak up the energy from the sun. It's not just about warmth or light so we can see. It's pure, unadulterated energy. Think of it like the electricity that powers their kitchen appliances, the oven, the blender.
Good analogy.
Without that energy, the whole process just stops, grinds to a halt. The sun provides that initial push, the force needed to break apart and rearrange those molecules.
It's the ultimate renewable energy source, right?
Yep.
Freely available from our star, fueling pretty much all life on Earth.
Incredible. Okay, so where exactly does all this cooking happen inside the plant? It's not just like everywhere, is it?
No, it happens in very specific, specialized parts of their cells, mostly concentrated in the leaves, like we said, though you can find them in other green bits too.
Okay.
These little powerhouses are called chloroplasts. They're like miniature, self-contained food factories within each plant cell. Optimized for this one, incredibly complex job.
Wow, tiny factories inside cells.
Yeah, each leaf can contain millions of these things all working together.
And inside these chloroplasts, there's something even more special, right? That green stuff?
Exactly. There's a special green substance called chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll. That's what makes plants green.
That's the pigment, yeah. It makes them look green, which is nice, but its main job is way more vital. Chlorophyll is the part that actually traps the sunlight energy.
Ah, so it's like the solar panel.
Precisely. It's the plant's own incredibly efficient solar panel, designed by nature over millions of years to perfectly capture solar energy and convert it into a usable form.
So without chlorophyll, no energy capture.
No energy capture, no food. Simple as that. It's truly the key player. It absorbs specific wavelengths of light, mostly reds and blues, and reflects the green light.
Which is why we see them as green.
That's why. It's the molecular workhorse that kicks off the whole conversion process, the first step in a long chain of reactions. It's the receiver for that solar energy.
Okay, got it. So we have the ingredients: water, carbon dioxide, sunlight. We know it happens in the green parts in the chloroplast, thanks to chlorophyll. So what actually happens during the cooking process? What's the recipe? How does the plant turn these simple things into actual food?
Right. This is where the plant performs its magic. It's a biochemical marvel, really. Scientists are still studying the fine details.
Okay.
Once the chlorophyll captures the sun's energy, that energy acts like a tiny, powerful construction crew inside the chloroplast.
A construction crew.
So this energy provides the power needed to essentially break apart the original molecules, water and carbon dioxide, and then rearrange their atoms.
So like building blocks. Imagine Lego bricks representing water molecules and other bricks for carbon dioxide.
Yeah, a good way to think about it.
The sun's energy caught by chlorophyll is like this super skilled crew that comes in. They take apart the existing blocks.
Breaking the chemical bonds.
Right, breaking the bonds in water and CO2. And then with incredible precision and a lot of energy, they put them back together in a completely new way.
A new ingenious way. They're literally transforming simple inorganic stuff into more complex, energy-rich organic compounds.
Molecular alchemy.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Happening billions of times a second in every green leaf. It's a fundamental chemical transformation.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
And when they put these reassembled atoms back together, what do they create?
They create two incredibly important things, absolutely vital for life. First, and this is mainly for the plant itself, they create sugar.
Sugar? Like table sugar?
A type of sugar, often glucose. This is the plant's food. It's energy source. It's a carbohydrate, a direct product of that captured sun energy.
So that's the food.
That's the fuel. It powers every single activity within the plant, helps it grow taller, make new leaves, produce flowers, ripen fruits.
Wow.
It gets transported around the plant, stored as starch for later, or turned into cellulose, which gives the plant structure. So that tree you see,
Yeah.
it's literally built from sunlight and air and water, of course.
That's incredible. So plants don't just soak up nutrients like we eat food. They literally make their own food from sunlight, water, and air.
Exactly. It's amazing self-sufficiency. That's why we call them producers in an ecosystem. They produce the first level of food, the foundation of nearly every food chain.
Okay, so sugar is the first product. What's the second? You said two things.
Ah, yes. The second incredibly important thing they produce is something even more vital for us and most animal life.
Which is?
Oxygen.
Oxygen, the air we breathe.
The very oxygen we need to survive. The gas that keeps our lungs working, our bodies alive. The essential bit for cellular respiration in most organisms.
So it's just leftover.
It's like a happy byproduct of their cooking process. A fortunate exhaust fume, you could say. After they've used the carbon and hydrogen from the water and CO2 to make their sugar, the leftover oxygen atoms are just released as a gas back into the air for us.
Wow, that's huge.
It's a continuous life-giving exchange, a natural gas exchange system on a global scale. This is literally how Earth's atmosphere got rich in oxygen billions of years ago, paving the way for complex life, like us.
So let's recap the whole thing, just simply the plant kitchen analogy again.
Yep.
Plants take water from the ground through roots,
Yep.
carbon dioxide from the air, through those tiny leaf openings, stomata, and energy from sunlight captured by chlorophyll in the chloroplasts. They use these ingredients to cook up sugar, their food.
Their fuel.
And as a wonderful life-sustaining bonus, they release oxygen as a leftover, which we need to breathe.
Perfectly summarized. And what's truly fascinating here is the cycle.
The cycle.
Yeah, it's fundamental. Plants make oxygen, which we breathe in to survive, use for our energy.
Right.
And then when we breathe out, we release carbon dioxide.
Which the plants then use.
Exactly. Which plants eagerly use as an ingredient for their food making. It's this beautiful natural partnership, interdependent life forms supporting each other globally.
A planetary recycling program.
Nature's perfect recycling program, yeah. Balancing the gases in our atmosphere, constantly replenishing what's needed, removing what's expelled.
And this isn't just about plants or us breathing, is it? Connecting it to the bigger picture. Photosynthesis is like the base of almost all life on Earth.
Absolutely. The foundation of nearly every food web. Think about it. Without plants making their own food using sunlight.
No food for plant-eating animals, herbivores like deer, rabbits, cows.
Exactly. Nothing for them to graze on, nothing to sustain them. Their populations would just collapse.
And if there are no plant eaters,
Then there's no food for the meat-eating animals, the carnivores, including us humans, since many of us eat plants and animals.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener, right now?
It means that literally every bite of food you eat, whether it's a carrot, an apple, or steak from a cow that ate grass, and every single breath of fresh air you take can ultimately be traced right back to this amazing process, photosynthesis.
Wow.
It's literally the engine that powers life on our planet, providing the energy and the atmosphere that sustains us. It's happening constantly, silently, powerfully, all around us, fueling our existence.
That is pretty mind-blowing when you stop and think about it.
It makes you look at a green leaf a little differently, doesn't it?
It really does. So next time you see a green leaf, maybe on a huge tree or a tiny sprout pushing through the pavement or even algae in a pond, remember that incredible invisible food factory, working away inside, just tirelessly fueled by the sun.
It's a profound thought. Such a vital process happening everywhere in nature.
We really hope you learned something fascinating today and maybe gained a new appreciation for the green world all around us.
And thinking about all this, it does raise an important question for you to consider. Knowing that photosynthesis is this engine powering nearly all life, and that it relies on specific, balanced conditions, consistent sunlight, water, CO2 levels.
Right. It's a delicate balance.
It is. So how might our actions or, natural changes in our planet's environment, things like shifts in climate patterns, changes in the atmosphere, how might these impact this delicate and vital process?
And what could that mean for us?
Exactly. What could that mean for us and for the future of all life as we know it? Something to think about.
Definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in to this deep dive.